a terrible angle, and I don't really care because today I don't know, I don't have the energy, and I'm kind of beating myself up about it because I really don't want to feel like this anymore. So, just as like a little background story, I suffer from anxiety really badly, as well as depression, and it's taking me out today. I'm feeling, yeah, not the best, but I'm trying to make the best of it. Laying in this bed is not going to help anything, so I know I need to get up and get out of the bed. But I don't know, I was just kind of laying here thinking, like, what am I going to do today? And I contemplated going to my dad's, and then I decided I didn't really want to go there because sometimes when I'm there, it makes me feel more depressed. I don't know, but other times I've gone and I felt like so happy, and it's felt like really like stress relieving, but more than anything right now it just feels like depressing. So if I already feel pretty down, I don't think it's the smartest idea for me to go there, so I'm just not gonna go. But that does leave me needing to figure out what I am gonna do with my day. So normally when I feel like this, it would be so easy for me to just lay in this bed and feel terrible all day. But it's a day off, and I really, really just don't want to lay in this bed and be depressed. It doesn't get me anywhere, and it doesn't feel good, and it doesn't make me feel any better. So yeah, I don't know. I was also just kind of like laying here feeling like it would be nice to have like someone to talk to, because I'm home alone right now. Everybody is at work. I have a roommate and then my husband, of course. So I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna go shower, and then we'll see what happens from there. I need to go find some clothes. I think I've got what I want to wear together here. I've got my sweater, and then we've got my leggings. Next order of business is to make this darn bed. But you know what? No. I'm going to shower, get dressed, and then I'll make the bed. So I will check in with you guys after my shower. Bye. Okie doke. I have finished showering, and now I'm going to go ahead and make the bed. And then I'm going to go outside. I don't know if I'm going to just go for a walk or if I'm going to walk over to the 7-Eleven that I have nearby, because I do kind of want to go and just like pick up a little bit of some like little snacks to snack on for the day. I think I'm going to do that because I really, really just want to have like a chill day and like, I don't know, make myself feel good, you know? So I'm going to go over there, pick up a snack or two, and then I'm also going to probably look for something to drink. I don't drink a lot of juice. I actually really don't drink that much juice. We never really have any juice in the house. So I will probably look for something to drink there. And yeah, then we'll come back and see what I get up to. I do plan to actually take a bath today. So let me make this bed because gotta start getting myself together here. I don't know if anybody else is like this, but like if you are having a bad day and like, or not a bad day, I don't want to phrase it as a bad day. Like if you're having just like a rough patch, or like one of those days where you're feeling really unmotivated and kind of just really in your thoughts, if you are in a space that is like unkept or untight, like not tidied up, does that make it like more difficult for you? Because that's how I tend to feel. Like if it is a day like that, like today for me, and I'm in the house, or if I'm just kind of in my room and the bedroom is slightly messy, it just makes it worse for me. Because then I'm like, oh, I want to clean up, but I don't really want to clean up because I don't feel motivated to clean up. But at the same time, I do feel motivated because I don't want to look at this mess. It's so complicated. I don't know why. But yeah, so I think if I make the bed and kind of tell my brain that we are up and moving, it'll help kickstart the day. I switched the bed around and the room. We made a change to where the bed was positioned, and I actually kind of like it. So just as like a little, I guess, tour here, I'll show you guys kind of what that looks like. So yeah, give me 1 second. Okay, honestly, don't mind the mess. I'll try to tidy this up today. But this is kind of where our bed is positioned. So it's positioned literally right in the center, up against the wall. There's a window over here, but we don't have it up against the window. Before, when we first moved into this place, we had the bed here, but it was turned the other way. And that's because our TV is mounted on this wall. But I don't know, there's something about it being in this position that's quite nice, because what we ended up doing is when we make the bed, we can now sit on the bed as if it was like a couch. So if we want to be in the room watching TV at night, we don't have to get in the bed and lay down to watch the TV. And we also don't need like your stereotypical headboard. So I'll show you what it looks like after I make the bed. So this is the before, which yikes. And then I'll show you the after. Okay, and this is the after. So that blue pillow in the back there, that is what we use as the headboard. It's actually, I think it's called a headboard pillow. We got it off of Amazon, which I actually really like it. So it's a nice velvety blue color and obviously a velvet feel. And they've got little pockets on the side. We don't ever use the pockets, but you could put like your phone in there or your remote, whatever it may be. But yeah, and I really like this because then at the end of the night, we can come in here, we can sit down and just kind of watch the TV instead of laying in the bed. So that's kind of nice. And then off to the side, I've got this little basket where I keep like my heating pad and like an extra blanket. So if we are sitting on the bed here watching TV or a movie and we're cold, I don't have to use the bed quilt or comforter that is on the bed. I just pull that blanket out and then we're good to go. But yeah, I figured I'd share that because I just thought it was a different way of using the bed, like a not so traditional way of how your bed normally is. And I also really like the fact that I have to get up in the morning and not just like make the bed, like, you know, put your sheets back together and put the pillows on and fold the sheets and stuff, but like you actually have to kind of make the bed in this context. So I like that. It gives me a little bit of something to do each morning to help me get up, and that also signifies in my brain that the day is started. So I feel good that that is done. And yeah, also side note, I have this little whiteboard here. This is kind of where I put like anything that we kind of need to know about, but this spot right here in particular is my once a day. So every day I will come out here and write a positive. I've been using this affirmations app more recently to write positives as like a little reminder for the rest of my day. So I'm gonna do that now. And it's funny enough because the positive that I saw, or the affirmation that I saw in the app today, was very appropriate for how I'm feeling today. So I'm gonna write that and then show you guys what it says. So I lost the affirmation that I was referring to earlier. Though it changes periodically throughout the day, so I can't find that one, but that's okay because I found another one, and this one says, my energy is too precious to waste on stress, anxiety, and overthinking. And again, very appropriate for today. So I'm gonna go ahead, put on some shoes. This kitchen really needs some help right now, but I don't feel like dealing with it at this moment. So I'm gonna put on some shoes get outside because I need some fresh air, and I started to get super hot in this house. The thermostat says it's 78 degrees, but I refuse to put on the AC because it's meant to be fall. So I am, gonna do that. I'm gonna put on some shoes. I'm just gonna wear some sneakers and then grab my keys and whatnot, and then walk on over to the 7-Eleven to see what I can find. Thankfully, the 7-Eleven isn't far from my house. It's like right across the street. So gets me a little bit of fresh air. And if I wanted to walk, I could walk a little bit before going into the 7-Eleven, but we'll see how I feel. Probably just gonna go straight in, grab what I need, and then come back. Because I don't really feel like being around a whole lot of people right now. I just feel like my energy is depleted a bit, so I need to recharge, refresh before I can face being around or amongst a group of people. Anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and run to the store very quickly, so I will check in with you guys when I come back. We'll see. Check in with you guys then. Okie dokie, I'm back in the house. It was nice to get outside, but I think I made the right call in just taking it slow today because I do not feel like being around a lot of people. I don't know how to describe it. It just sometimes becomes overwhelming and I just feel so drained. So, dang it. But got a couple of things from the 7-Eleven. So I got some body armor. I love these. I got 2 of them because they were like 2 for $5. So I figured, why not? I don't have juice that often, so I can keep one in the fridge for when I want one the next time. I got, this is such a little kid in me, but this made me happy when I saw it. So I got some Kraft mac and cheese. I think I'm gonna make that for lunch, but not just like how the instructions say. I'll show you guys what I mean if I remember to. Hopefully I'll remember to show you guys, but I add some extra like things into it, like some garlic powder, smoked paprika, a little bit of pepper, and then just to add a little bit of extra flavor. I don't know if you guys like these. You may not even like these at all, but I love Funyuns, so I bought me a small bag of Funyuns. And I decided as well, because I am a big baker, which you guys are going to find out on this channel. Sorry, I don't know why the angle is all the way down here. But I'm a big baker. I love to bake. I baked these like chai espresso cupcakes the other day. Not my favorite. I think it's the espresso that was throwing it off for me, but everybody else in the house loved them. This is the last one that is left. I made the buttercream as well, which is like a chai flavored buttercream. So I figured today, make myself happy. I'm gonna bake a little bit and I'm gonna make me a little batch of M&M cookies. I love M&M cookies. I really love them. But yeah, so that is the plan. That is what I got. I'll probably, let me take out the butter now for the cookies because that does have to soften. And I think this stick is just about enough for what I need. I tend to keep, I buy a box of like butter sticks, because I never know when I'm going to want to bake something, and then that ends up being what everybody uses in the house. But I don't like to keep the entire box in the fridge. So I just take one at a time and put the stick in the fridge, and the rest I store in the freezer. I don't know. Sometimes I think like out of sight, out of mind. You don't think about it, then you don't use it as much, because when the box was just sitting in the fridge, the butter would go so quickly. So yeah, I'm gonna let this not thaw out, but soften for a little bit. And I'm going to try to tidy up this kitchen because I don't really even want to show you guys, but I'm gonna show you. It is a mess. This is the state of the kitchen right now. This island is beautiful, right? So it's nice to have a nice big island, except it's not. I'll explain why. So as you guys just saw, that island is covered. I mean, pretty much every single surface on this island is covered in stuff, and that is so overwhelming. So it's so nice to have a big counter space, especially a really nice big island. You can fit a lot of people around it. It's great for having people hang out and stuff. Not that we host very often, but when we're not cooking or whatever it may be, this just becomes a dumping ground. And it is so frustrating because it's so hard to maintain and keep things off of it, because when you come home and you've had a long day, you just dump everything there and you just forget about it. So I'm gonna try to tidy this up because this is not gonna help matters when I try to start baking. So yeah, let me do that. I'll show you guys what it looks like afterwards, and then we're gonna keep it moving. I had to change my shirt because I got too hot in that sweater, and I had a feeling that was gonna happen, which sucks because I really, really love that sweater, but that's okay. So what I'm gonna be doing, like I said, is tidying up the kitchen area. I was just gonna clean it and then show you guys afterwards, but I think I'll do a time lapse so you guys can see me cleaning it up. And then what I plan to do after that, I don't know. Although it's a little bit early for lunch, just a little bit, but I think I'm gonna make that mac and cheese because that sounds really good. And I realized that I haven't really drank enough water, so I'm gonna drink my water. So I'm gonna fill that up, get to cleaning and tidying up, and then check back in. So here we go. Okay, so I finished cleaning up the countertop, and I'm waiting for my pot of water to finish boiling because I'm gonna make that mac and cheese. I'm hungry. But yeah, so I'm just gonna show you guys what it looks like now. Not perfect. There's still a few things that I would like to be put somewhere else, but we don't have anywhere to put it right now. At least I'm not trying to figure out a place, like reorganize things. So yeah, let me show you guys. So this is what we are working with now. It looks at least better than it did because it was looking crazy before. The bread and stuff that is here would be nice to put this elsewhere, but we tend to keep that stuff in the fridge. There is nowhere to put it in the fridge right now. So I'm just gonna leave it there. And yeah, my water is now boiling, so I need to go ahead and take care of that. But I feel at least a lot better with how it is a bit more tidy. So I am now on the couch while I wait for my mac and cheese to cook up. And I think that I'm going to probably put something on while I wait for that. I don't really know what I want to watch though. Cause normally what I would do is probably just watch something on YouTube, but I'm pretty much caught up with everyone that I am watching, and there's not much more that I want to like even look for on there. So I think I'm gonna look and see what's on one of these streaming channels, see if there's something there that I want to watch. We don't have cable. I don't want cable. I don't find that there's any use for me to have cable because everything is on these streaming channels now. So it's now just a matter of bouncing through the different channels to see if there's something there that kind of sparks my interest. I do love a bit of reality TV, can't deny that. So I'm thinking I might watch, I don't know, maybe like a Real Housewives, or I like Below Deck a lot, so I might watch that or something, but I don't know, we'll see. But I don't know if I want like the drama. That's the only thing. Like, I do want to see something, but I don't want a lot of drama. Or do I want to watch a movie? Oh my goodness, you know what? I will come back on when I've decided what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and make my cookies now while I've got my mac and cheese going. I mixed everything together and I put it in the oven just to kind of make it a little bit nicer. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my cookies now. So typically when I'm baking, normally I wouldn't put the flour in this measuring cup, but I don't have all of them right now because they're dirty, which I don't feel like washing them. So they're in the dishwasher, they'll get washed when they get washed. But I'm currently right now sifting my flour. Let me do it this way. This way I can get it nice and even. Probably should have done this in a bigger bowl because this is trying to go everywhere. All right, yeah, get a bigger bowl. But this will make your flour have a really nice kind of like smoothness to them, to it. So that there's not so many, I'm gonna do this again. So that there's not so much of these weird like kind of, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know why I can't think right now. But these chunky bits, essentially. I don't know why this just wants to go everywhere right now. Just gonna do this until all of the flour is gone through this. Perfect. So now I'm gonna combine like all of the dry ingredients first. So I'm gonna put the flour, baking soda, and salt together with a whisk here. Mac and cheese is looking good. So for the, and this is I'm actually using a recipe, so this isn't my own recipe, but I wanted to make like a small batch of these cookies, so I figured I would find a simple recipe that I could use. So I'm gonna use the baking soda, the salt. If you guys do want this recipe, let me know. I can link it for you. It's just one that I found off of the internet. Got all that together. I'm just gonna mix that up. Look at my cute little whisk. Okay. So the next thing that I'm gonna do, I actually am glad that I have two bowls here actually, because I'm gonna make the mixture with the butter and the egg and the sugar in another bowl so that I can then combine it. If you guys don't bake very often, I will tell you that when I learned to start separating liquids and like the powder, that was a game changer for me. It makes sense now. So just softening up my butter a little bit more. So I pop it in the microwave, not for long, just like a few seconds. 5 seconds is all I need because it's already fairly soft. But I'm gonna put my butter in there, so 4 tablespoons of that. Break it up. And then I need my sugar, I need my egg, I'll add the egg after I put in the sugar, actually. So for the sugar, I'm gonna be using both brown sugar and regular, like granulated sugar. Pardon me. Now, for my brown sugar, a big bit of that, so let's see how much that got me here. And I, by the way, have not sorted what I'm gonna watch, although I'm leaning towards a movie. I saw that Prime had Twilight on there, which I used to be such a big Twilight fan. I haven't seen that in a while, so I'm contemplating whether I want to watch that or, I don't know, find something else. But let's go ahead and let me wash my hands really quick. So I just realized that I was touching my ear, and I don't want to be touching my ear and then making these cookies. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in the sugar. Sugar. You know, another thing that I really enjoy about baking, because I feel like I cannot do that with cooking necessarily, is I can clean as I go, which just saves me the headache of having to do that later. I feel like every time I attempt to cook, which I don't enjoy that very much, so I don't do it very often. Thankfully, my husband's a pretty good cook, so he'll normally make something and I just eat that. Or I can cook. I can whip something up if I follow like instructions and stuff like that, but I just don't really enjoy it. So I'm going to mix this up. I'll add the egg afterwards and then a little bit of vanilla, and then I'll combine everything. Starting to wonder if this was softened enough yet, but let's see. Here's my knife. I'm gonna just melt this just a little bit more. Just make it a little bit easier to combine. I really don't want my butter to be too soft, but I think it needs to be just a little bit softer than what it is right now. I think I can also take out my mac and cheese. Which this is the finished product of my mac and cheese. I'll show you guys a little bit more of a close up here. Oops. And you see, I almost forgot about the butter. But I saved it. And that's melted up pretty nicely. So, what they're looking like. We're gonna add some vanilla in here. So I need a teaspoon of vanilla. in there. And then an egg. So I definitely cracked this egg by accident yesterday. And I would normally, with something like that, end up throwing it away. But I figured it was cracked but still salvageable. So I saved it in this little bowl. So now I'm actually getting to use it, which worked out great. I don't like this, so get out. So weird when it comes to eggs. Like, ew, what is that? Okay. So that is all combined. Everything in here is combined. I am gonna need about a half a cup of M&Ms, so I did buy 2 bags just in case this doesn't give me quite half, although I think it should be okay. Just about, but add a few more. Guys, it's so hard to open. Okay, so just a few more in there. Perfect. Oops. Don't mind if I do. Okay, so that is all good. I'm going to slowly start adding the flour mixture into my butter mixture here and mix that together. So a little bit at a time. I'll start to mix that together until we get a nice consistency of cookie dough here. And then I'll go ahead and fold in the M&Ms. I don't know why I'm using a whisk for this. Making my life harder. Just gonna use my spatula. Because that's what I got it out for. Try to get as much of this mixture out of here as I can. This is really chaotic right now. Okay. Good as it's gonna get for the most part. Little bit of flour. It's all right. A little bit of flour didn't hurt anyone. Okay, so I'm just blending in the rest of the flour mixture here. Almost done. I'm not gonna put these in the oven immediately. I think I'm gonna put this in the freezer just for a moment to kind of let it set together, but become more firm. But that is our cookie dough. So I'm gonna mix in the M&Ms. Oh no. So far, so good. This is an arm workout, to be honest, because once it starts to get stiffer, it's harder to kind of work with, but that is okay. It's gonna be worth it. There here we go. This is our cookie dough mixture here. So I'm gonna go ahead, let that just sit in the oven for a minute. Not in the oven, in the freezer for a minute, just to kind of harden up a bit. And then will be time, oops, sorry about that. Then it will be time to put them in the oven. And as I said, I'd show you a little bit more of a close-up. So this is my mac and cheese afterwards. I just went ahead, made the mac and cheese. I do not follow the instructions. I just add a little bit of butter, a splash of milk, and then my paprika, garlic powder, and pepper, just a few shakes for each. And then today I decided I was going to go ahead and put it in the oven and put it on broil for a few minutes. And so that's it. So I'm gonna put some in a bowl, sit down, eat that. Once I'm done eating, get the cookies in the oven, and we'll be good to go. I do need to charge my phone because it is dying. Probably should do that now. Okay, so I am going to put the cookies in the oven, but I figured I would just show you what I'm doing really quick. So I just use like a little tablespoon scoop, and I scoop that out, and then I'll put them on the baking sheet, and then they'll go in the oven. But that's my little trick to get them kind of like nice and round, is using this little tablespoon scoop. Scoop them up, and then good to go. And then they look like this when I scoop them out. So yeah, I'm gonna finish doing that, get them in the oven. We'll be done with those and I can enjoy them. Hey guys, so I'm currently editing the video that you guys are watching now, and just realized that I didn't record anymore throughout the rest of the day just because some things actually came up. But I did end up having a good day. I took a bath like I wanted to do, but I did not paint my nails, so I think I'll do that today. And yeah, so I wanted to come on here and just say thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys, thank you so much. Have a great day.